You're listening to the October 11, 2020 reading of Blossom Goodchild's channeling with the Federation of Light.
Hello there. Here we are again. Not much changed on the outside from last week. Let's trust much is going on undercover as we wait. I feel a huge shift will be coming soon due to the elections in the USA. You have many followers who feel they want the current chappie to remain, and many who call him the vilest, evilest man to walk the earth, according to my emails. So what would you say on this?
Welcome, Blossom. Welcome to all upon your planet who have decided that our words are of resonance for them, and continue to walk with us as so much begins to fall into place. We, the Federation of Light, are not of a political persuasive. This is not within our thoughts to persuade anyone, one way or another. Yet we would decidedly say that the outcome of the elections that are so soon to be upon that country will be for the greater good of all.
I did mention in an interview that if this is a divine plan, then what happens has to be for the highest good of all, and we have to trust that, especially at this stage in the game.
This is correct, Blossom, and wise words indeed.
If I was to have a concern, it's that regardless of who wins, there will inevitably be uproar from the other party.
Is there not always?
Somehow I feel this is different, and as I say, I don't do politics. Doesn't agree with my digestive system.
We have stated many times that your world is to get far more topsy-turvy than it is now. We also state we do not say this to alarm, yet to prepare you in strength. Yes, an announcement is to come soon that is to shock.
Okay, deep breath, be bold, Blossom. Is this to come before the elections?
Indeed, it is.
Oh Lord, that is really putting yourself on the line there, guys, and I feel a little concerned about you saying so. Yet, I asked, therefore I must trust and wait and see. Is there anything that could prevent this particular announcement from taking place?
At this stage, we can see no intervention, for it has been kept very sacred and under wraps.
Sacred?
Yes, Blossom. That is the word we are choosing.
Okay.
We can feel your trepidation.
Yep, you can. That's quite a statement. Okay, for once, let me behave like an awakened, enlightened specimen of the ground crew light force and go with it, instead of trying to knock it just to cover my street cred once again. So, onwards, please.
In our last communication, we said it would not be long before Phase 2 begins, and we hold true to that. Let us first clarify. There will be an announcement, followed by a global lockdown, and this will take you into Phase 2.
So, is the announcement or the lockdown the start of Phase 2?
The lockdown.
Many countries are already in lockdown, either dragged on from the first or gone into a second. So when you say global, do you mean global?
We say global because we mean it.
So every country in lockdown all at the same time. That is going to have to be one big announcement.
We choose to move on, as to not divulge anymore, for it is not correct to even suggest further possibilities.
Fair enough. I respect your word on that. Let me ask then, if I may, during this Phase 2, are we going to be stunned by what is taking place?
Yes, very much so. For many, there will be immediate transparency displayed and thoughts and discussions as to the next move forward as a whole. as a community of light. For others that live in fear, they shall peak as such fears become more and more prevalent to them. There shall be much more of a divide than you are encountering at this time. Yet for all those who are awakened, and for those who are soon to do so, one's strength in knowing shall prevail, and there shall be an overall acceptance of the state of play in the knowing that all is moving forward as it should. We wish to reiterate your earlier statement of wisdom, Blossom. One must trust in the divine plan. Ask your heart if it feels strong and knowing in that which we speak of. Here you all are, after so long, right within this transformation. You know this is why you came.
Do you find it odd that we doubt sometimes?
Yes, we do. For we know you. We know your dedication. We know why you, each one, were chosen. Within our knowing of who you are, we find it peculiar that you question at times.
As I have said, come vacation on planet Earth in human form and see how you go.
This you have said before. We are certainly not undermining you. Yet because we see you in your truth, because we see you in as the light of who you are, it is strange for us to pick up when you waver a little. We do our best to explain to you how we see it, how we know the divine plan to be, how we are watching it play out.
So, are the results definite? Could it suddenly swing the other way?
Absolutely not. Has not White Cloud and ourselves said many times, all is not as it seems.
Many, many times.
Therefore, Blossom and all, know that all is well. Let us dissect the divine plan. There, we have done so.
Your point, I assume, being there is nothing to dissect. For divine is of the highest, and that's all we need to know, right?
Correct. Divine. Perfect. Godly. Of God.
And each one defining God as they choose.
How would you define God, Blossom?
Love, in all of its facets.
Thank you. We heard your thoughts of, yet love is everything and can vibrate on low as well as high frequencies.
Correct.
Yet we would suggest your thought pattern change to the fact that this particular divine plan has been underway for many, many of your years. Its purpose is to bring your planet from the lower frequencies, from the lower vibrations, into the highest that it has known, ever. There certainly have been times upon your plane when joy and honor and truth abounded. Times when vibration in which one resided was far higher than that of now, in these current days. Yet the energies that are flowing in, the changes that are to take place, will find you experiencing a vibrational frequency that your earth has long forgot. Hang on to this knowing. Trust in your knowing of this.
I do my best. An old World War II song has just come into my head. There's a long, long trail unwinding into the land of my dreams.
And another?
Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile.
You see, Blossom, Those of you who know of their light know how to get through in the darkest of times.
And we will. The long, long trail unwinding can be a bit daunting. As you say, there are 5 phases, and we're only just about to enter number 2.
Yet we did not say that each phase would be worse.
Well, you said things are to get a lot more topsy-turvy.
And they are. Yet perhaps that is just for phases 2 and 3.
Perhaps. If only you could let us in on the plan.
If we were to do so, the plan would not work out as planned.
Okay, so if my maths serve me well, there should be a huge announcement, not a huge announcement, within the next 4 weeks. We've waited this long, another few weeks won't hurt. We don't have a choice anyway. Do you know how much my heart is in my mouth?
We know exactly where your heart is, Blossom. In the right place.
Thank you. We're all doing our best, whether we're having a good or not so good day. In gratitude, in loving service, I am.